Hello Leeds United fans, it is Connor here. We're back here with just a little bit of a quick preview. Leeds United facing up against Southampton this weekend. It's going to be a bit of a quick one from me. I'm heading off for the next couple of days. But I'm enthusiastic about this one. I've been really surprised with a lot of the response on my last video, which was how Leeds can beat Southampton. How can we get about them and, essentially do what Ipswich have done, essentially do what Leicester have done away from home. And we're competing with these sides. We're competing with your Ipswiches and your Leicesters to get into the top two of this really, really tough division. It's an arduous task, but I'm not of the opinion that this isn't going to be a tough game. But Leeds can really, and I mentioned this on the previous video, we can damage this side. We can damage them in the transition, we can damage them with a high press, and we can damage them with what I've seen with Leeds United, especially in the last game. And I'm really surprised by some of the reaction, which is based a lot on superstition and based a lot on previous years when, maybe things have gone against us. I think in the last couple of weeks I've tried to take a real fresh approach to this because it's a fresh team. It's a completely fresh team. It's a fresh mindset, it's fresh ownership, it's a fresh manager. And we've got fresh superstars that we can love and we can adore. And when I say superstars, I just mean, we've got potential cult heroes at the club now that have been signed or that have really started to develop. And, I just think to myself, we've got to be at this moment in time really enthused with what we're seeing. And I mentioned this on the debrief the other day that we're all too busy thinking about the past and what's happened, and we're all too busy thinking about what's going to happen in the future. I was having to go at Gabe for talking too much about the Premier League, and you guys, a few of you in the comment section talking about the Premier League, the Premier League, Premier League. Let's just bask in what we have right now. The beauty of football is winning football matches, and we've not had that for the greatest part of 20 months. Now we're actually winning football games. Let's be present, let's enjoy this, because getting back to the Premier League, if we do get back to the Premier League, it's going to be a very, very difficult task and a very different task to what we're experiencing right now. And I think that's my message to you guys. I understand there's points that I've been on this channel and you guys might have just thought, bloody hell, he's been dour. But for the last 20 months, I've not had anything to shout about. I've had to come on here and be honest. I've had to come on here and be pessimistic and be negative. But it's not me being consciously negative or consciously pessimistic. It's been what's delivered on and off the pitch, which has been an absolute shambolic sight. With what we're seeing right now, we've got new signings who are playing for the shirt. There's 110% effort, which when that goes along with quality, it's a very, very nice concoction, a very nice combination. But I'd just encourage a lot of you guys to really get excited about this and really get, Leeds are going to Southampton this weekend and we're going to be favourites, and it's a very different Leeds that turned up against Southampton at Ellen Road, not so long ago when Junior Firpo scuffed that ball into the back of the net and Leeds could barely string 3 passes together. It's going to be a tough game. You look at some of their players, Shea Adams, Adam Armstrong, Sekou Mara as well off the bench, who Leeds, I thought, well, there was rumours about us signing him from the French League, of course. You've still got Shea Charles in there. I wanted Leeds to go and get. You got Taylor Howard-Bellis, who got promoted with Burnley, or was in that promotion side. You've got still the likes of Kyle Walker-Peters, who is Premier League class. You've got Bednarek still there. They've got a whole host of players. Obviously, Ryan Manning, who Leeds were in for as well. But so what? Will Smallbone, but so what? They've lost a lot as well. And why can we not go down there and be really, really encouraged and really, really enthused with what we saw at the weekend? What we saw at the weekend with Leeds United was nothing short of a demolition job to a side who, whatever anybody says, which is, it's really strange actually, that the narrative now is that, we were about to play Watford and it was, they're going to be sort of within the top 10, the top 12. Suddenly when Leeds have put 3 past them and dominated the game, the narrative now is, Watford are crap, they're rubbish, they're never going to amount to anything, blah, blah, blah. This, that and the other. And really crazily, because obviously you see a lot of these comments on your video and responding to you on social media. A lot of the people were saying the same thing after we beat Ipswich. Ipswich, who've lost 1 game in 27 at home. When we beat Ipswich, a lot of people were saying that is a poor Ipswich side. They're going to fall off. They're nowhere near good. They're average. I'm going to sneeze, guys. Excuse me. Oh, jeez. No, 1 Leeds exclusive there. Or 1 Leeds special, I should say. But yeah, they were saying the same thing about Ipswich. Everybody, well, not everybody, but there was a lot of people in the comment section saying, that was a poor Ipswich side. And then we beat Millwall. That was a poor Millwall side. When is it actually going to be the point of order that Leeds have made these sides poor. You know, we're looking at an Ipswich side who are dominating in every respect. They've just beaten Wolverhampton Wanderers. Leeds went down there at the beginning of the season when we were still in disarray. Sinisterra was still there. Players were still wanting to leave on loan. We hadn't got the right individuals in. Farke was talking in the press conference about players leaving and players coming in. Leeds were in real trouble. We went down there. And for 30 minutes of that game, Leeds could have had 6 or 7 goals. And that's what we're talking about here. You know, that is what we're talking about. The danger that this squad possesses is extreme to a lot of other teams in this division. What I'm seeing at the minute is a lot of mediocre teams, and I'm seeing a couple put their heads above that parapet, and I'm putting Leeds in that parapet, above that parapet, I should say. And I would just encourage everybody, just you know, of course, if Leeds are put in a dour performance, then we constructively criticise. That's what I do all the time. But from what I'm seeing at the minute, Millwall, a solid performance at Hull, where we should have won the game. A battering of Watford, who will be in the top 8 to top 10, in my opinion. Valérien Ismaël will get that right. And a lot of Watford fans were surprised with how good Leeds were and how bad they were, but I think Leeds made them look bad. You know, obviously not an exciting result against Sheffield Wednesday, to say the least. We should have won that game. But every team we played this season, Leeds, in my opinion, have been better than. The Birmingham game was probably the worst performance of the season, in my opinion, but you've got to contextualise a lot of this. And we're playing those sorts of games. It's problematic, it's problem scenes. Leeds are really, really out of shape. I think from Millwall onwards, where we've got 7 points out of 9, that's where it's all been solid. You know, the Sheffield Wednesday game, obviously the transfer window closed just before, I believe. But so it was a little bit sort of fixing things together. Obviously the night before, Sinisterra had gone, Anthony had come in, there was no way he was going to feature. So Leeds were in a little bit of problem settings there. But this Southampton side are literally putty in Leeds United's hands if it goes the same way as it's gone against Ipswich and Leicester. Which obviously the reason I'm referencing those games is because they were both at home. But you've got to be excited. We've got to live in the present right now. That's what I'm trying to do. And I'm trying to just bask in the fact that Leeds are winning games again because it's been too long. It's been too long. It's been too depressing. It's been too real. And with a fresh ownership, fresh impetus, I am considering Southampton's dangers, but they need to consider our dangers as well. And there's a lot of moments in this game coming up that Leeds can hurt them. Let me know in the comment section below what you guys think. What are your score predictions? I'm going to predict a tough fought 2-1 victory for Leeds United, and we're going to carry on this momentum. Guys, it has been an absolute pleasure, and I will catch you on the other side. As I say, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in a bit.